Hi guys, how you doing? It's Kevin here. I'm after been painting a little today, so hopefully I get a thumbs up on that. Listen, just want to talk to you about, we've been talking about goal setting and achieving your goals and setting out and planning out your long-term goals, which are 10 years down the road, 5-year goals, and then we've broken down into 3 years, 2 years, 1 years, and even today, earlier today, we talked about bringing that down to a kind of a daily goal where you carry around some cards with you to remind you of your goal which you're working towards. And that keeps you focused on things that are happening in the world externally, and helps you create belief and helps you build your confidence back up. Maybe you've had a challenge over the last 2 years with COVID, and you just feel, oh, the world has kind of moved away, or maybe it's moved on from you a little bit quicker and faster than you thought possible. All these things affect us in everyday life and that kind of stuff. So a lot of people will still have fear of the unknown, fear moving forward, maybe of doing something different in life. We have the economy, which is in terrible times. We don't really know what's going to happen with the coronavirus. First of all, we had a huge problem with distribution chains. Those distribution chains were held up. That means that a lot of it causes inflation. Then also on top of that, we had other things that were going on as well with COVID, which affected things, and of course the war in Ukraine will add to that as well, and kind of put a lot of doubt in relation to people. People are spending more money on fuel costs, bills are going up, everything is going up. So there's a lot of kind of fear there in relation to doing it. So what I want to do is talk to you about how to rebuild that, how to rebuild a vision, which was taught to me by a number of people within the self-development area, including Tony Robson and Jim Rohn. You've heard me mention these people before. And what I want to do is talk to you about maybe having a vision of where you see yourself. Now that you've got the goal written down, you've gone through exactly what you want in the next 10 years, you take some time out to do this. If you're in a partner situation, what I suggest that you do is you write down goals differently and separately. Don't share them until a later stage where each of you know that is actually, every goal and every dream is different basically for different people. Okay, so on one side you might have a guy looking to create a nicer car, a nicer house. On the other side you might have the partner looking at a whole different set of goals. So it's important to understand that. But creating visions is of the future, of seeing yourself maybe through the turbulent times and coming out the other side, is really, really important to do. And what I would just want to emphasize this very, very quickly to do is that your vision, once you have your goal written down and you have a picture or something tangible with that goal, it increases it tenfold. And what I want you to do is just think of a banana. Okay. Now, what do you see? Well, you see a yellow skin of the banana, you see what it is, and it's just something that I had handy to show you. So when you visualize things, you think in pictures. This is the point of this. Okay, if I said to you, I've just got another bit of fruit here, fruit today, an orange. We can see it. It's there. It's an orange. We picture things in front of us. Okay, if I brought in a car in here, a BMW car, if I say to you, what do you see? You see a BMW car. If I bring in a Tesla, it's quote unquote a Tesla, you see a Tesla. If we brought in a whole array of gold bars in front of you, you see gold bars. So everything that you see is literally pictures in front of you and what you want to do. If you want extra cash, maybe you want to kind of have one of these on the notice board. It may be just theory in the beginning, but as you work towards your clarity or your goals and understand your goals and clarity, your income source can go up. Maybe you want to live in a different house to what you're living in right now. So what you do is you can go and visualize that already. I've seen some people just come around there, they taking photographs, and what they do is they're rehearsing in their mind basically where they could live in the future. And this happened for us. We wanted we described the house in relation to where we wanted it, what we wanted it, what it was to look like, and everything like that. And it was all scripted out, and therefore the picture began to come clear. We went and we looked at the particular area where the house was to be, okay, and all those things tangibly came in place when they shouldn't have come in place. But because we had the vision of the picture, it made it 10 times stronger. We had a goal in relation to getting somewhere to live. We had a vision of what we wanted to do. That glue came together so strongly because you have the picture plus the goal, and you're working hard towards the goal. And it's not something that you just suddenly sit around and say, I've got this wonderful place to live in. It doesn't really work like that. You really need to work tangibly with your goal to have it there. So a goal for yourself might be that you want to set up a business for yourself so that you reap the rewards from that business to give you the better lifestyle in relation to what you want to do. So you always have to have something tangible to the goal. But if you have the goal first, that gives you the vision. The vision with the pictures combined together will give you a better, more clarity, better chance of achieving it much quicker, much faster. And you can do and practice things to make these things happen. As I said, you can go out and visualize the area in which you want to live in, even if you're not there now. You can create and visualize the amount of wealth that you want coming in, even though you're not there now. Because once you've got a dream, a vehicle, and a picture of everything you want to do, it all becomes tangible. So we're not going to sit around kind of going, this is wonderful, this is great, this is I'm not going to do anything, it's not going to happen. There is a tangible thing that you need to do together to make that happen. Okay, so for instance, a lot of people wouldn't have known this, but I was actually a DJ for 20 odd years, 25 years, and we worked on marketing as well as DJing. So I had a DJing side of things, and then I worked on a marketing side of things. And then they introduced this thing called YouTube, and all these guys were doing was actually creating the videos. I didn't realize what they were doing at the beginning because I wasn't used to it, but they were creating videos and they were just sticking them online, and that gave people evidence of what they were doing. But you've if you've got the vision bigger than 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 what's in front of you right now, with everything going on, especially in the world, the fear of people that have, lots of things going on. If you can create the vision and the picture and having something to work towards, to get you there, it makes much more sense. So, for instance, you may want to, let's see what else you could do. You could do lots of things. It really depends on the individual. Everybody's dream is different. So, some people might be a fitness goal, some people might be a personal goal, some people might want to, travel the world more. Some people might want to, you know, um, have a better place to live. I'm just trying to create some things that you might want to do, but everything starts with pictures. Okay, now you can see the picture, and you can do some skills in relation to doing that. And what I might do is do a separate video to that, because there is a technique that you can use to visualize yourself already achieving that goal and that dream, and working towards that goal and that dream. And there's certain steps that you can do to increase that intensity to make it much more realistic. And I learned some of these strategies through um, great leaders within the industry, which I'll share with you in another video. But today, that's all we want to do. I want you to just kind of understand that once you have the dream, clarification on the dream, breaking down your goals, understanding your goals, what you want to achieve this month, it stops you from being distracted. Okay, so they say 7 seconds. 7 seconds is basically all you get online these days. Now, if somebody's watching you more than 7 seconds, usually that they have an interest in what you're doing. But we're moving in a kind of an environment where everything is so quick and so fast. And I meet so many people today, and they almost expect success to happen as quickly as they flick on or off the internet. And that doesn't really happen. There is a strategy that you need to do. So, in other words, we were setting up a business two years ago to work the Amazon business to generate passive income. But that takes time, it takes energy, it takes time, and it takes commitment, and it takes all these things. But first of all, you have to have a vision of what you want to do for yourself and for your life. Tony Robson taught me so much of this. Jim Rohn taught me so much of this. Les Brown taught me so much of this. I've been studying this for about 25 years. Been in networking businesses, understand the concept of teamwork, leadership, goal setting, and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're kind of bringing you here, a little sample of it, so we can sprinkle a little bit of magic for you coming along. But remember that everything started not with bananas, not with oranges, not with things. It starts with the image of that thing there, because the goal comes first, and then the image. If you can intensify your goal with your image and build up, you could actually start by building a board, a vision board of what you want to create for your life. That's something that you could really do. So you could go out and take pictures of homes that you don't have. You could go and get a yacht, that maybe the picture of a yacht, if that's something that you're interested in. Maybe it's something that you want to meet somebody professionally in your throughout your career or sports world. Maybe you want to travel around the world seeing the All Blacks play, or the Irish team play against the All Blacks. Maybe it's something like that. Maybe you want to travel, down to Greece, Cyprus, but not do it in a 2 week window the way most people do it. Maybe you want to have the lifestyle to do it, 3 months, or if you're away on holidays and it's nice and warm and it snows in your own country, that is really really cold, and you decide yourself that you want to go off on another holiday. That's some things that you do. All these things happen with clarification, goals, writing them down, having a vision of what you want to do, create the vision, and this sometimes takes time and effort. Okay, and I remember Tony Robson doing an interview with Colin McGregor, and Colin McGregor's sister gave him the book The Secret, and he was saying it was a load of nonsense in the beginning, you know what I mean? But then he started to use those small principles of that book by trying to find the car parking space. So he visualized it, used it, it worked a good few times. Sometimes it didn't work, he said, and sometimes it did work, but when it did work, he felt good about it, and he started to create that vision. So you can do exactly the same thing. I've got to go, there's a call coming through. Talk to you again soon.